Is more and more of us are shopping online? And is this perhaps, you know, the law of nature taking
Squeeze
effect?
continues, isn't it?
900,000 businesses are likely to benefit, 500,000 likely
Well,
to
the
suffer.
Treasury says that there will be more winners than losers. Retail, people like Sainsbury's are saying that this is going to be difficult for the high street and there will, you know, and the high street's in jeopardy. There shouldn't be any losers in this day and age.
Well, hang on, because business rates need it looking
you know, in the confusion of Brexit, and I know it's a cliche to say we should tax the mega rich and all those things, you know, there is confusion in the high street. People shop differently. So while there is this wave of uncertainty, surely it's not the time to inflict any higher taxes on anybody until we really know when these waters are going to settle.
One of the causes of the waves of uncertainty is the financial crisis, which Gordon Brown chose to print out, what, 280, 290 billion pounds of money we don't have. The government has to get it back. Everyone's suffering and paying a price, apart from the super rich.
Well, that's a point, and it is perhaps it's a cliched point, but it takes a lot to set a business up these days. It takes a lot to get a business going. You know, you've got restaurants and things, you know, but it takes a lot more to keep them going. And any kind of hurdle right now, I think, is not good.
Rent's restaurant.
Go on then, Tamer, how's it likely to affect the
Well, I'm glad you
business?
told me that. I didn't know this about it going. I was just about to acquire a restaurant in Barnes. See you later.
But that's an area with high property prices.
High
so
property
you'd expect
prices. I mean,
high business rates.
Years ago, places like Upper Street, they couldn't give the shops away. You know, all of a sudden now they become a trend, and then you go in and rents are like over 100,000 for a small shop, and a lot of them are closing down. And on top of that, the first thing you ask is the rent. As a business owner or a shop owner, restaurateur, then you go, what's the business rates? Because now the business rates, if they're going to go up 40%, they're going to be matching the. It's a nigh impossibility to be finding. You want to put these restaurants in these affluent areas. You can't get it through the tills, because if you think about it, that's before your wages, before your electric, and then you've got everything like PPR, PRS, music licensing. I mean, it's endless.
They're saying, I think one of the things I saw at the weekend was the average price of a pint could go up 37p. I mean, that's how big a rise. That's if they have to offset the increase in rates.
But this is the problem. The consumer will blame the restaurateur and say, how can you charge us these prices? And literally...
More people will go online.
Have problems, and everyone will go online. But it's the end of the day, we're providing a service for you, and we want to give you the best service possible. Premium drinks, food, give you a great service. But if we're not charging those prices, how can we afford to stay open? So I can't see a win anywhere. You know, there's no win-win. I mean, I think, remember a few years ago that Next turned around and started shutting down stores in the high street, saying, we're going to back the small consumer by saying, you know, we don't need to be here. And it's right. You know, listen, everybody's shopping online, but you can't sit online and have a nice bit of dinner, can you? No, but a restaurant is always there for a service for everyone.
It would be nice to think, I mean, the restaurant I was quoting is a small independent. He's got it's one place. Now, he's going to have to be competing with chains who could be relocating their offices in places like Luxembourg to avoid paying tax. So the business rate demands for them is offset by the gains they're making elsewhere as corporations.
But then what people are doing, they're saying, you know what, well, I'm not going to pay rent. I'm not going to pay rent. I'm going to buy the place. I want to buy it freehold, and then the business rate is gone.
Funny enough, one of the discussions they were having locally is with landlords, to say to landlords, you know, you may have given us modest rises over the years, but when this rate demand comes in, we won't be able to pay it. You'll have to put the rents down. Yeah. So that's one compromise.
Shazia? Well, like with all things with this government, it's going to hit the small traders
Yes, it
first.
does seem to be that way.
It's the small traders. I mean, Samuel French, the theatre bookshop, it's shutting down after 187 years because it says that most of its books are sold online. Right. But
is this sort of finger in the dike that we're trying to prop up a high street which are going to die?
Your high streets are going to be full of boarded up shops with graffiti. Nobody's going to go out. Nobody's going to talk to each other. Nobody will listen to each other. There won't be any of that conversation or interaction. People are going to be sitting at home in their room buying things online, and that is going to be the death of civilization. You're never going to meet people. There's never going to be any life. And what you're going to do, just buy everything online and live like a hermit in your house.
One of the key things is what you said is this is going to affect the small businesses, you know. I mean, and small businesses have been squeezed and pushed so much by, you know, the Tesco's and the big companies closing down the smaller shops, the independent shops, left, right and centre.
The white-collar tax evaders, those people that earn £1 million in the offices and pay less tax than the cleaner who comes in to clean their office. What about those people? The government needs to go after those people, not after these people who are trying to run a civilised business for their local community.
Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.